Listen up, boys. We need to accept reality. All anime is cringe. And that's not a bad thing. I don't think this is a spicy take. And I don't think this is an insult to anime in any way. We need to stop trying to be accepted by the mainstream and accept that the shit that we love is cringe as fuck, and that's why we love it. What is cringe? Cringe is pulp. Cringe is fringe. Cringe is that shit that you can't help binge. We don't watch this shit because it's objectively good. We watch this shit because it scratches that special itch in the back of your brain. Ugh! This isn't the sound of music. This isn't Singing in the Rain or Gone with the Wind. This is fucking anime. Anime is made by people on the fringes of society for people who are even deeper on the fringes of society than they are. You think Takashi Miike considers himself a regular guy with great taste trying to make objectively good movies for everyone to enjoy? Fuck no! This guy's making movies about simps chopping people in half and middle-aged women blasting their tit milk everywhere. This is that shit that makes your grandma cry and crap her XL adult Pampers. You think when Hideaki Anno was making Evangelion, he was trying to appeal to the mainstream and make a timeless, objectively great masterpiece? Even normie shit like Harry Potter had my wife's mom burning her books in the backyard because it had witchcraft in it. Anime is pulp, pulp is cringe, cringe is great. It doesn't matter how much of a masterpiece I think Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is. When I wear my glowing core drill I got from the DVD box set to school, Chad the quarterback still thinks I'm a fucking fag. And I can spend my whole life trying to change Chad's mind. Or I can look deep, deep into my soul and ask myself, you know what? Maybe I am kind of a fag. I am very fucking cringe. I've been cringe my whole life. That's why I'm here. Here's a picture of me at 8 years old, dressed as Shadow the Hedgehog for Halloween. Here's me cosplaying Yuri Lowell from Tales of Vesperia at 18 years old. For fuck's sake, I was a brony for like 3 years. I'm not here to argue that I am not cringe and you are cringe. I am right here at the deepest depths of cringe hell, right next to you, buying the latest set of Pokemon cards and trying to make an argument to my wife about how the Ash had a narrative arc that lasted across the first 2 seasons of Pokemon that they kind of just totally threw out of the water in the 3rd season of Pokemon, and nobody understands it, while she sits there and digs on her phone and tries to escape this living hell that I brought her in. By the way, here's us at our first convention together. Here's some, us doing cosplays together. Goes on and on and on. I feel like I blinked and missed the cultural zeitgeist shift where my favorite manga from high school stopped being considered misogynistic and rapey and started being considered like the fucking Lord of the Rings of anime. I think Gentaro Miura accepted the fact that he was cringe when he decided to go on a hiatus to play fucking Idolmaster. Just because our culture has become more accepting of cringe doesn't make it less cringe at heart. Just because our nerd franchises have become top shit in this culture doesn't mean the cringe washes off of them and just disappears. Like 90% of all the old films that we consider classics these days were once cult, cringy, schlocky bullshit like Star Wars and Stanley Kubrick films. Macbeth is one of the schlockiest, cringiest stories ever written, and they still teach that shit in school. William Shakespeare is like the George Lucas of fucking 1592, goddammit. In 1592, Robert Greene wrote, and I will read off of this computer screen because I can't fucking memorize this, "An upstart crow, beautified with our feathers, that with his tiger's heart, wrapped in a player's hide, supposes he is as well able to bombast out a blank verse as the best of you, and is, in his own conceit, the only shake scene in the country." Language was a bit trippy in 1592, but believe me when I say that Shakespeare was the upstart crow, and that shit was a burn! Anyways, I'm getting off track. There was once a time when me and some coworkers had to share an Airbnb because we were working on a music video in another city. Me and my buddy got psyched to stay up all night watching anime because we didn't have to start shooting the next day until late in the afternoon. But the girl who was gonna be staying with us decided to drive 3 hours away north to her boyfriend's house to avoid watching anime with us. We suggested we were gonna watch anime all night and she said, "Fuck that! Anime is lame!" In that moment, it dawned on me. I forgot, since it's been so long since I've been in high school, and you know, the internet is such an accepting, nerdy place, I had forgot my place in this society. That I am a fucking dork. And a pretty significant number of people in our society just want to watch sports ball and go hang out and party and fuck, and they think all this media shit is pretty fucking dumb. And they're right. Media is kinda cringe. We're all just sitting around watching imaginary bullshit while we could be outside running around, climbing mountains, sculpting our body, traveling the world, and fucking random people like all the fucking normies do. But with all that said, I just want you to know that when I say I love Inuyasha, a cringy fucking show that no one in the world should watch but me, as much as I love Mobile Suit Gundam, a timeless masterpiece that probably every anime fan at least should watch, even though it's also pretty fucking cringe, I am being sincere in my love of both things. And your dad's love of NCIS Miami is just as valid as your love of Fairy Tail or whatever cringy shit you like, and your mom's love of two gay chads looking at houses or whatever the fuck they put on TV these days. And just because I think that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie from 1990 is a classic cinematic masterpiece that shall go down in the annals of time as one of the greatest films ever made, it does not mean that I expect other people to believe the same thing. And if I found someone on YouTube shitting all over it, I would be like, yeah, that's fair. It's not for everyone. It's kind of just for me. It's all cringe. It's all the same. Who gives a shit? Be sure to let me know how much of an idiot I am in the comments, even though I don't have to tell you, because you've already posted the comment by now. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I meant to put this on earlier in the recording, but I totally forgot. I got too into it. This is, you know, the Gurren Lagann hat I used to wear in high school, and this is the coat I wore to senior prom. But if you liked this video, if you thought it was funny, if you thought it was entertaining, please share this video. It's the only way that this channel will grow. If you're new here, if you've been here forever, if you like what we're doing, share this video. That's why I made it, so it could be an accessible starting point for getting into the type of shit that we're gonna be doing from now on. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.